Welcome to Average Talks. We're two incredibly average individuals, and this is where we talk about things. I'm your host, Austin, and across from me from the internet, once again, is my good buddy, another host, Justin. Say hi, Justin.
Hello.
This is episode 20 of the Average Talks podcast. I'm saying this in the beginning because God knows we forget every fucking week. Heckin' week. I don't know. I'm not doing the clean episode again. This is not the clean episode.
And if you haven't noticed, you might have noticed that we skipped a week. That's all because of this guy. By this guy, I'm pretending to point at the guy imaginarily across from me.
Yeah.
He decided to move, and
Hey, I didn't.
Yeah.
Look, I needed to move. I wanted to move. I did not want to do the last of my lease at another place. Or the old, apartment building. And so I had to move.
Is it a double upload this week then? Because of
it's gonna be definitely a double upload because we'll get Wednesday we'll post stuff, and then Thursday I'll post things if we remember to do what is currently playing on the front. Probably now, maybe, who knows. If not, I will do some solo content myself.
We should probably also address the elephant in the room because his name's Steve and he's just staring at us, like really wanting us to talk to him.
Hey, Steve.
Address him.
Yeah. You want to start addressing him, or?
I'm trying to think.
To?
I'm gonna let you do it just because I'm gonna have a hard time knowing where to start.
Okay. So. All right, here we go. The world is kind of fucked at the moment. Just kind of fucked in a lot of ways. At least the United States is kind of fucked. Ever since we have COVID or La Corona or the Backstreet Boys reunion tour, also on top of what's happened in what the fuck is the state again?
Minnesota,
thank you.
You have to say his name.
I don't.
George Floyd.
Okay, thank you. George Floyd was murdered by an officer of the Minnesota Police Department, and people are protesting and calling for essentially the injustice of all of it, how it should be fixed, and how those cops should be tried and done to the fullest extent of the law. Tried under the full extent of the law? Yeah, tried.
Something like that. They should all be charged with murder. It's what everyone's saying, and what most people agree, including us.
Yeah. No, the fucking the murdered man, and also the first autopsy guy or police report dude.
Yeah, the guy who did the first autopsy. They're calling for him to be charged too, which I think that's reasonable.
I feel like that's reasonable as well, because it's essentially aiding and abetting.
Yeah, it's exactly. I don't know what the exact phrase is, but yeah, he's actively trying to hide information.
Yeah, we will get to the funny little random content that people are used to. We have to start with this one.
Yes.
And it's kind of a downer in some ways.
And
in a lot of ways. But
I do want to mention something for the whopping one person who already understands all the stuff, but I want to explain my, I don't want to say thoughts or confusion, just
take, maybe?
No, it's not a take. Basically, for the longest time, the way that I saw Black Lives Matter is in the way of saying all lives matter, but I'm not being now they're associating if you say all lives matter, you're racist. But I saw it mostly of why do they got to be black? I get they're being killed, but this was my previous thoughts, so you know. But people of all races are also all being killed unjustly by police officers. But me and Valerie were kind of on the same page, and then the way that she explained how she realized it's kind of viewed, it actually made a lot of sense to me, and also I believe that's mostly what they're going for, and what the way that is it's like feminism, where it's, even though it's called feminism, it's their goal is equality for everyone, and Black Lives Matter it's obviously mainly led by, it's led by the black communities, and it's, I guess, I don't want to say named after them, but even though it sounds like it's focusing on black people, it's not. It is saying all lives matter. It's just focusing specifically on the ones that are very notably being killed unjustly.
I would like to say that I kind of agree. Well, hearing that statement and how it is, this makes more sense because I was always under the thing of all lives matter kind of deal.
But you're not racist.
No, I'm not racist. It's just
So
like, why is it just like everyone's being shot, everyone's being killed?
Yeah, like now, why do the lives that matter have to be black? But no, it's their goal is everyone.
Yeah.
But
okay.
It's focusing, at least at the moment, it's focusing on specifically black lives because that's what makes the news a majority of the time, and also they're, I'd say, probably the most vocal about it.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that in a bad way. Like I don't want to sound like yeah,
you're not talking about it in a bad light. It's just when I don't know. I feel like I'm going to take a pretty broad stance here. When white people get killed by white people, people don't really give a damn.
Yeah.
You know? Like, it's only bad if you're like...
I mean, you could honestly
pastor
say
or something, maybe.
You could honestly say the same thing about black people killing black people. Like gang violence and drug violence, I guess, too. That's usually the most common instances, but a lot of times it's not reported on.
No.
I know! But he talked about white people killing white people, so it's... Y'all both digging a hole. Yeah, we're digging holes. Black Lives Matter. I'm saying it now.
Okay. Black Lives Matter.
What? I said also you're brown. Yes, also I am brown. I am Hispanic. I'm a person of color.
Yes, he is. I'm not. I am like poster child white boy.
Yep. But
we do have to talk about that one meme that you sent me because that was funny.
Yes, I don't remember which one it is. Oh, yes, I remember. But there was another thing that I had along with all of this. Oh, my personal thoughts on the rioting and looting. I frown upon it because it's not. I don't think it's as productive as some people who are defending it think it is or say it is. But the way that Charlie put it, critical, like saying that like it is a majority of the people doing that aren't actually there for the Black Lives Matter movement. They're either just trying to incite violence or they're just police officers.
Yeah, they're just trying to break shit.
Yeah, they're trying to start shit. Like that's those aren't
that's not right.
And those aren't the people who are actually representing the movement. Like I have, from what I watched a live stream where people broke into a coffee store and then a bunch of people started looting it, and then one guy came up and was like, "No, this isn't what we're supposed to be doing," and like it was actually like I'll talk more about him later because he's actually a topic, but yeah, like I mean I imagine that. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if people who are very passionate about the Black Lives Matter movement possibly participated in the looting. And I'm not, again, this is me digging myself into a hole. You know what?
Don't dig out. Dig out. Don't even dig the hole.
Yeah, they didn't participate in looting. It's only people trying to start shit. It's only the cops who are killing innocent people, but in the protest, beating innocent people. I've seen several videos of police officers kneeling on other people's necks. It's like, this is literally what the protests are about. Why are you doing that right now of all times? But you shouldn't be doing it anyway. I watch videos for my job of police officers being decent at their job, but I feel like when it comes to local police departments especially, a lot of them are very corrupt and very there's a lot of bad eggs. That's what I'm getting at there.
Yeah. No, I agree with you on that. It's like,
yes.
I don't know. I want to say there are more good cops than bad cops. I want to say that, but I don't know nowadays, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Because you're like,
I'm sorry I have to interrupt you, but my PR person has told me that my official stance, which is my official stance, she just words it a lot better than I do, is that rioters and protesters are two different things.
that's fair.
And
That
I
is.
am in support of the protesters. I am what? And one shouldn't discount the other.
Okay.
And I frown upon rioting, but I am very for peaceful protesting.
Okay.
And honestly, like throwing trash and stuff at cops, I'm even fine with that. Like that's and they're taking their anger out. Let them take their anger out. Attacking cops, I disagree with. But
you still shouldn't throw shit
now,
at a
now I
at
would
an
say,
individual.
attacking the ones who are actively attacking other people. I mean, honestly, I would probably, if I was there and I was really feeling myself, I would probably shoot some of those people because of my personal view. The officers, I mean, because while I don't think killing officers is a solution, I do feel that when someone's life is in danger, it is reasonable to put a stop to the threat. And so, yeah.
I can agree with this.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going to actively say go shoot cops.
Yeah, no, don't do that. We're not saying that.
And odds are anyone who would try to or anyone who would try to or actively kill a cop in the current situation, like at one of these protests or riots, would they'd definitely be arrested, and they would likely get beat and possibly killed.
Yeah. It's just such a sticky subject in a lot of ways. Like, it's.
I actually have another point that I have to talk about with this.
All right, hold on.
And
Let me get my thought across.
Yes, because I've been interrupting you way too much.
Yeah. Stop interrupting me. No. I want the cops and the individuals who try to cover this up to be taken to the full extent of the law.
Yes.
And I also want, in our very backwoods kind of ways, to go away. Unfortunately, this will take time. This will take a lot of time. It will take a lot of reform. And it will be one of those things where probably me and you won't see the end of it. Like, not gonna lie, we're probably gonna need a generation in order to essentially fix everything.
It really depends, because it depends on how long, without trying to get too political, it depends on how long it takes for the current two parties to no longer be the only options.
Yeah.
And yeah, it looks like progress is happening, but yeah, honestly, police officers should be held a lot more accountable than they are. There should be extremely valid reasons for killing someone anytime someone is killed. Actually, with my current job, with my job, I was watching a video where there was an incident of a guy doing what they call they're hunting from the road. So like he pretty much got out of his car and shot a mechanical deer. So like literally a decoy for people. And then the officers ran out with their guns drawn, to get him to stop, or get him to like get out of the car and stop doing what he's doing. But he apparently drove off, and later the guy started like complying, and like they were later talking with him and everything, and the guy said, like, the officer told him we had our guns drawn, and then he was like, why didn't you shoot, or something like that, and he's like, well, we have no reason to shoot. And I think that's the mentality that all officers should have. Only shoot if you have an absolutely valid reason, and that absolutely valid reason would be you feel your life or other lives are in danger.
Yeah.
Other than that, you don't need to shoot. You don't need to shoot your gun.
Yeah. You know my dad was in the sheriff's office for a bit, didn't you? Don't
I
you?
think so.
Yeah.
It sounds like not news.
He told me a while, like longish ago. He's had to do some things as a sheriff's officer and having to take down people because he had a 12 gauge pointing at his chest. Like, you gotta do things.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
If your life is on the line, then fucking do what's in your power in order to essentially come home.
To stop the threat.
Stop threat. Stop threat. Get rid of threat. After stopping threat, fix. But
Yeah, but then the one other thing that I wanted to say about the whole situation is a lot of what I'm seeing on social media is a lot of us versus them stuff. Like, there are a few things where, like, the current, or one of the current or common phrases is silence is compliance. That one I think is fine. Like, I think that's a decent, it's a pretty good phrase. But there are some that are like very much like, if you don't agree with me 100%, then you're the enemy. And I've seen a lot of things like that, or I've seen people post things that, like, I saw someone say, like, all you white people asking to help, tell your parents to give you money and then go donate it. Like, I feel like that's just counterproductive a little. I mean, I got what that person, at least in that case, was trying to say, but I feel like that's, like, that's not headed towards equality for everyone. That's just headed, or like, it's still, that's equality for everyone but white people. And
yeah,
and I don't think that's still productive.
Yeah,
because the ultimate goal is there's one race, it's the human race.
Yeah. I hate to say this. You know what we need?
What?
Fucking aliens.
I don't know.
I feel like we need aliens. I feel like we need an alien threat, and all of our shit will be put together in order to fucking stop aliens.
No, they'd come together, but under their own orders. In terms of like actual like civilians and everything, it wouldn't happen. That it'd be all on like government level, and you know, like military units. They already work together. Like at least in the time of battle and whatnot. Like that's, I remember talking with a Vietnam veteran who talked about like you know, at the time there was a lot of race issues, and it was, you know, when you were like not in the battlefield, it was, you know, the white people stayed with the white people, black people stayed with the black people, like that kind of thing. But once they were in the battlefield, everyone bled the same, and they're all together. And so if we had aliens, it would just kind of be that. Like, I don't think it'd be as productive as we want it to be.
I want it to be as productive as I want it to be.
I know. We all want it to be that.
Damn it.
So I think that's all we have to say about that.
Yeah. I want to make a slightly lighthearted joke about needing the Emperor of Mankind, because I've been on a 40k kick for some fucking reason.
Yeah, something Emperor. You know,
no.
You know, for him, I don't actually know enough about 40k.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm just not gonna make the joke. It's
okay.
fine. It's fine. I think I know. I'm gonna jump into this topic because I think I already know what it is. You're dinosaur.
Yes, I opened the door. I fell on the floor because I am dinosaur.
And I know why.
Yep, because
we had a whole thing about this.
Yeah, actually, yeah, we haven't had an episode in a while, so I have to actually explain all of it.
Yeah,
so
go for it.
So last time we were talking, at least on this, I just got a Switch. I was playing Breath of the Wild and whatnot. I have now beaten Breath of the Wild. Great game. And I saw an article on Ring Fit Adventure, and I was like, oh, I have a Switch now. I might as well actually look into it. And then all the things I saw was like, it's actually like a legitimate fitness game, because I remember playing Wii Fit, and I played a lot of Wii Fit, But all it did
We
was
fit
focus
don't get
on,
you fit.
yeah, all it did was focus on balance and then just weigh you every week and be like, you're fat. And
Eat better.
It wasn't actually that useful. And I am honestly impressed with Ring Fit Adventure. Not just the workout like program and stuff, but the actual like knowledge and how well it's done. I have to give examples. So day one, I was setting up all the stuff, and it asked if I wanted like what intensity workout that I want, and I asked Valerie if I wanted moderate or intense. She said intense, so I was like, all right, I'll go intense.
Oh God.
And then that one was that one was a little too hard for me, especially day one. I was like, I was having a really hard time.
I took moderate and I hated life.
And so the next day, like I'm doing, because I'm really good at programming when it comes to fitness, like programming as in, making a program for myself and other people. But and again, like program, it's like what I'm doing and when I'm doing it. Yeah.
You're not programming your actual body to get better.
Yeah, I'm
If
not.
you could do that, please, Tech Priest, help.
If lift weight, I don't know, get
muscle
ripped.
Increase.
yeah.
Equals muscle increase.
Muscle plus 1. Or muscle equals plus. Or is it plus equal? It's plus equal.
Whatever.
At least for Python. But yeah, so I decided I was going to do 3 days a week. So I first chose Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and then after Saturday I realized this is a bad idea. I should probably do Monday, Wednesday, Friday because of my schedule. And so now I've worked out on Thursday, Saturday, and Monday.
God.
Which, it's not a big deal because it's still alternating days. Like,
yeah.
If anything, like, I could easily do 4 days a week, but I chose to do 3 days a week, at least for now in my current condition, being fat and all. But I had that, or the first day was rough. So then the second day, it was like, how did you feel with like the workouts and everything? And I was impressed that it was like that it asked me how I felt about them. And then I chose like it was a little difficult. So then like, all right, we lowered it by 5. That was perfect. It was amazing. I was so happy with how well it went. And then on that day, because I felt like my legs were really sore and my arms really weren't, like, which soreness doesn't actually mean progress. That is a common misconception. But I was like, I felt like I worked my legs a little too hard because I was dinosaur. And so I was like, I'm going to let my legs rest a little bit. I'll do a few squats and whatever the other, the knees to chest and air chairs. I'll do a few of those, but I'm mostly going to focus on arms. And so I did overhead press and the front press thing, which, because I'm still
you're still level 1.
Yeah, or at this point I'm like level 15 or 16 or something like that.
Well,
but
you're still in the first world.
Yeah, or at this point I was on.
2?
At this point, I was at World 2. So far, I've been doing 1 world per day, which I will get into why that's a mistake.
Yeah, no, that's a bad mistake, my friend. I tried doing that, and that's why I stopped. I was like, I can't do a fucking world a day. I'm gonna die. Yeah.
So, like I did the day 2 exercise. I went through all of World 2, and that was fine. And then when I got to the static stretching, which I'm amazed, or like I'm glad that it does. Before you do it, it starts with dynamic stretching and then it ends with static stretching. That is amazing because that's the ideal thing to do. And then it was like it said, you've mostly been working on arms today, so we're going to focus stretching those. I was like, this is incredible. At that point, I was like, this game is, I'm super impressed with this game, with how well it was done. And yeah, so I was like, this is a good game. And then day 3, this was World 3, which had, it's what, like, it has 3 or 4, like, running places, 2 mini games, and then a Drago fight. and I did all of them. It totaled up to about like 33 minutes of actually working out. And then when I got to static stretching, it was like, you've exercised a lot today. And I was like, wait, or I was like, have I? Like, I know I did more than before, but like, I don't know. I didn't realize it was that much. And then I realized it had been an hour and a half.
Yeah. No.
Of just pretty much nonstop lifting. I mean, I took a few breaks. Like, there's some times where I'll be like, I'm dying. I gotta like actually like take a short break here, and I did. But yeah, then last night I was just super exhausted. My body was just dying. I was like, I cannot do a full world a day anymore. And it asks you. I love that as you go. It asks like, are you ready to take a break now? Like, are you done for the day? And I feel like a good pace for me will be the second time that it asks that. That's when I do it, because the first time it didn't feel like enough, and then the second time, like when I go back to it tomorrow, I'm gonna up the difficulty maybe 2 or 3, and then I'm gonna go until the second. Do you want to, or are you ready to be done?
Okay.
And I think that'll go well. My only gripe with it is that it's kind of the fact of the rest. It's mostly on your own pace, and it doesn't really, like, while it says like be sure to rest and all that, it doesn't really give any advice on resting. And I know a really good way that they implemented the resting is just like while you're doing the adventure mode, the actual like cutscenes and everything, you're just standing there not actively doing anything. That is a rest.
Yeah.
But I wish it would focus on, or I wish it wouldn't at least give the feeling that you need to do as much as possible as fast as possible. Which, like, it definitely, like, again, it does kind of stress to do it at your own pace. But after playing for an hour and a half, like, it was just like I was right before the Drago fight. I was like, I could stop now, because that was when the second thing was. Mm-hmm. I was like, or I can keep going. And the Drago fight was like a 7 or 8 minute long workout. I was like, I'll keep going. And then, yeah.
And then now you pay for it and you go,
right now I'm actually not that sore. I mean, like, my glutes and like sides are a little sore, but other than that, I'm fine. So like, because usually when I lift, or like when I get into like lifting or working out, like I have my first few days, like it's like the first week where I'm like really sore, and then at least when I was doing strong lifts, it was like I was pretty much at the point that I currently am at, where it's like I'm not comfortable, but I'm fine. Like, I don't feel like I'm actively always in pain. It's only when I like focus on it that I realize that I'm sore.
Okay. It's not bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. My experience with that game, one is a funny story. The other one was I was working out every day that I could.
Don't do that.
Yeah, that was bad. I should not have done that. And when I eventually get the game back, I will probably try to do every other day or whatever.
Yeah, I wish the game would. That's another thing I wish the game would do, is not make you think that you should be doing it every day, because working out, it's pretty much like running more than 4 times a day greatly increases your risk of injury, along with, I mean, the same thing with like lifting and just regular exercise in general. Like, I mean, people run every day and they're perfectly fine. It's just, especially when you're training running, like if you're doing 3 miles a day every day for a year, your odds of injury, of like new injury or something like that, probably pretty low. But if you're training and trying to progress and do more as you go, then training more than 4 times a week will increase your chance of injury, or your risk of injury.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but the other than doing it every day, I was to one of the running segments, and you know what this feels like. You're sitting there, you're jogging in place, and I put on my my Converse, because they're they're flat-soled shoes, and those are better for when you're like doing stuff like that.
Yeah, either flat-soled shoes or barefoot.
Yeah, and I didn't want to go barefoot, but the sound of me running in place in my old apartment, because my old apartment had whatchamacallit, hardwood floors.
Yeah.
I'd run in place, and it was just a steady beat of, like, like that, for a good while, and there's, like, me breathing heavily, because I'm an out-of-shape fuck, and everything, and I thought I was alone in my apartment. I was wrong, because out of the room behind me, my roommate quietly tries to open the door, but I turn around and, like, whip around and look at him. And I'm like, hey, man, you okay? He goes, just kind of pokes his head out and he goes, I thought you were fucking someone in the middle of the living room
No, you can't be that lucky.
at a pace. And I was trying to see, because I was going to congratulate you. Turns out you're just being a nerd. I'm like, all right. Yeah, thanks, friend. Love you too. Leave me alone. And then continue to work out. Because, yeah, that's the thing. And so that's why I probably didn't play that game for a while after doing that. Because I was like, I don't have space to do this and not be judged.
You can, one of the options is you can do, like, more of, like, a pretending to ride a horse style. It's, like, doing, like, mini squats for the running instead of jogging in place.
I like squats, don't get me wrong, but I'm not going to do squats for running in place while also doing squats while trying to defeat the little dumbbell monsters.
They're, like, it's, like you're basically just, like, bouncing.
I don't like that. I would rather run.
Okay.
I'd rather run than look like I'm riding a dick. I'm sorry.
Fair.
That's what squats are anyways. Like, you're just putting yourself down.
That reminds me of another thing is, like, with the game is that it, like, did you ever notice that when you played, like, if you do something to, like, where the game's like, yeah, you're really working, your hair turns more fire?
Yeah, you're on fire.
Yeah. Like when you're actively doing something, your hair's on fire, but then it goes, like, to, like, a bigger fire.
Yes.
And every time I squat, I mean, like, I've taught myself to squat for depth. Like, usually it's like ass to grass kind of squatting, and so every time I squat it's just like I'm like, yeah. And when I do the yoga ones, like having to move, it's like I'm trying to follow the breathing pace, but like the breathing pace is way too slow for what I'm like, for how I breathe. So especially being out of breath in general, so I'm just like
same.
And then, like, it turns, the fire grows, and I'm like, ugh, okay.
Yeah, no, I felt that. Well, that was the thing. That was the pace I was trying to keep with the hair being on fire, like super on fire. But that came with the pace of slap, 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 slap.
So far, apparently my, like, that's like the, not sprinting, but like that's like the real running thing, and then like that's a pretty high number for me, and then jogging is incredibly low for me.
Yeah. I was actually decent at the, like, yoga stuff that it was making me do. I was like, all right, I'm okay at these. I like the chair lotus thing. That was nice. I like doing that one. Doesn't hurt as much.
Which one's the chair lotus? Is that like the first air chair?
Yeah, I think that is the first air chair, where you're just faking squatting, but then moving your hands from the top to like middle.
Yeah, I stopped doing that because I was like, at the moment I have 2 leg focused workouts, so it was just like too much of a burn in the thighs.
Yeah.
So I was like, I switched to warrior pose.
I probably should do that at some point. I don't know. Anywho, but yeah, that was my that was my deal with the game. Yeah.
It's a fun game.
It is fun. Like, don't get me wrong, that shit's fun.
It actually made me think, like, it isn't out of the question to make a workout program like that, except not video game. Just make it like tabletop style. Like,
go on.
Like, you use
I roll a D12 for I roll a D12 for my position or whatever.
Yeah, like it's like a D12 for your like for what exercise you're gonna do, or you pick the exercise and then it's like a D20 for damage, and then like you might be able to do like bonus damage if you do more reps or something like that. Like it could be, I think a campaign could be written focused
I kind of want to make this now. You put this in my head. I hope you know this.
I knew you were the person that I could pitch this to.
You're a son of a bitch.
Because if you need help programming it, that is one thing that
to
I know
defeat
for a
a
fact
goblin, you must do 7 push-ups.
Yeah, something like that.
You must be able to do essentially a push-up for every hit point. No, not a push-up, but a second or a style of workout. A rep. But then, like, I don't know, the more times you do a thing, or every 5 enemies you kill with a thing, you also get a +1 to damage now, so you have to do less reps. But then you just get slowly bigger monsters. So you move from a boss goblin who's got 7 health to like a normal goblin who has 7 health, and then to a boss goblin who has like 20 health. The difference between the two. But then you just go farm goblins. But then maybe goblins are no longer push-ups. And then you make like hobgoblins, like fucking sit-ups or something.
I think the best bet would be would be like, or maybe not specifically push-ups, but like make it like focus on like reps or something like that, or like you do the workout, like you do like D12 is or like 1d20 is the amount of reps you do, and then another d20 is damage, or something like that. And if you roll a nat 20, you die.
I feel like if you roll... I know.
Nat 20 probably has to be like some type of benefit.
Yeah, I feel like... We're going to have to talk about this. We probably just need a whole podcast of us trying to figure out this shit.
Yeah.
And have that as an episode. And it's just like us trying to figure out bullshit. All right. Yeah, we need to talk about that. All right.
Yeah. We already briefly talked about moving, but tell me more about your move.
Moving sucks.
Yes,
moving sucks in general. When you move things, you know my big ass table. I had to move my big ass table.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that you had to move your big ass table.
Moving big ass tables sucks shit. But it was worth it, because now my table's there. And it's here. It's in its place, and it won't be fucking moved. Thank God. Other than moving my table, moving beds. Luckily, I bought a U-Haul.
Moving beds sucks.
Moving beds suck. But I bought a thing from Home Depot. It was like, oh, you can rent this truck for like $20 an hour. I'm like, all right, cool. And it's a big old like 16-footer. So we got a lot of shit in it. But I was deathly afraid of driving that bitch up until I realized, oh, there's a backup camera that's in the rear view fucking mirror. Because I'm like, why the fuck is there a rear view mirror? This makes no goddamn sense. I can't see shit out the back. There's no fucking window. And then I looked at it, and then it's like, oh, it becomes a little LCD screen. That's fucking neat. Why the fuck did no one tell me about this? But I got the hang of it after like driving it and like nearing the last time. I was like, okay, this is fine. Also, I don't know if...
Yeah, I'm hearing that.
Oh, you're hearing that, but it's not coming up on recording, so that's a good thing. That's why you balance your shit before you ever hit record.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that. You know.
Yeah, I know. You know. You don't. Or I know about you, but yeah.
Yeah.
That and just moving shit. I was still living in boxes, like in my old apartment. I still technically am. Like, I got 2 boxes I need to go. No, yeah, 2 boxes I still need to go through. 1 box is just by my fucking. Oh no, I got rid of that one. Okay, so I'm down to 2, but one's my paint one, so I'm probably not gonna do shit with that. The other one. There's stuff that I want to put up. I have a dresser that I bought from Walmart. By the way, Walmart sells pretty good dressers, and I probably easy things to build it in an after or like 2-3 hours maybe. I don't know. But I need a bookshelf. A bookshelf would be nice somewhere. I also need another table because I want that to be like my paint setup over there.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah. But yeah.
You didn't have to move a futon, did you?
No, I did not have to move a futon, which was
Lucky
fucking
guy.
nice. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah.
I'm glad we don't have a futon.
I'm glad you guys don't have a futon. Futon sounds terrible to move.
Yeah. It's like a huge dead body.
How do you have experience moving huge dead bodies there, Justin?
I just did a few fireplace cremations in my day.
Oh, okay. Alright, I saw this. What the fuck is the crawl duty guy? Or
Call of Duty guy.
Oh, Call of Duty guy? That's what that's supposed to be? You piece of shit. It looks like Crawdaddy.
So I was watching... I was talking about it earlier, but I was watching a live stream of the protests in Washington D.C. and like the whole thing that I saw was like it was a battle for the White House or something like that, and like apparently they were in front of the White House and then they were pushed back to like the streets, and they were walking and just like at first it was. Like you could see the officers were like shooting flashbangs just into a crowd. The people weren't being rowdy or anything. They're just kind of standing around, and they were just shooting flashbangs. I guess just get them out. And the interesting thing was the flashbang was affecting the camera too.
Really?
And yeah, like you could actually hear the microphone audio would mute and then it'd fade back in.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and so, like, they started walking down the street, and the guy was recording it, and, there's a few funny stories with this stream, but at one point, they broke into a coffee shop, and people started looting it. Yeah. You could see people walking out with, like, armfuls of just tons of, like, different drinks that they sold. It's someone who had a huge bag of coffee, and then this one dude came up, and he's like screaming like, "Why are you doing this? This isn't what we're supposed to be doing. This isn't the point of this. Like, what's the point in raiding and like looting this place, and all that." And he's just like screaming, and eventually everyone like walks away. Like he pretty much single-handedly got them all to leave, and then like he kind of lingered around. The streamer was just filming him, and some other person was like asking him questions or something, and he was like, "This is ridiculous. This isn't what we're supposed to be doing. Like, this is supposed to be like just a peaceful protest." And he's like, I'm just saying peaceful. I've been tear gassed and flashbanged. It's like Call of Duty out there. And
okay.
So
that's kind of funny.
So, yeah. The stream was just like Call of Duty, and
no.
And then he started talking about how he had a master's degree, and like it's like ridiculous that he's even out there in the first place just because like society being at this point, like what the hell, like that kind of thing. And yeah, like it was like he was just super passionate. But then that stream, the streamer obviously kept on walking down the street, and apparently there was a lot of breaking into banks. Like this crowd, like I don't know what they were trying to accomplish there. I mean, I know what they're trying to accomplish, but like I don't know what they actually thought they were going to accomplish with that one. But
getting money.
Yeah, but the guy like was walking up to like he saw like a Bank of America with all the windows busted. And he's like, "Oh, that's the Bank of America that my dad uses. Sorry, Dad," or something like that.
That's kind of funny and terrible.
But yeah,
sorry, Dad.
Like he walked by like some place that just had like a fire in it, and he's like, "Oh, there's a fire in here," and then it was really interesting to see. And then at one point, he, like, I guess he was like talking to a lady in front of him or something, but he was like, "You're on a stream with 27,000 people watching. Say something." And she was a black lady, and she said, "Stop killing us." And because that's one of the things that's being said like among all these protests is "Stop killing us," which is very reasonable.
Yeah.
And this guy says, "Well, they're not the ones killing you. Like they're just watching." And then she's like, "I know, but like," she basically was trying to say like, I get that, but like maybe some of them have connections or something like that. But then the streamer, just so you know, he's white.
Okay.
He decided to take offense to this and started taking it as if she was telling him that he was wrong, or that he was the enemy basically for like streaming or something, and he says, "Why are you being a bitch?" And then everyone around him is like, "Yo, why'd you just call her a bitch?"
Oh no,
so
he did. He did.
He started getting surrounded by everyone. Everyone was looking at him. It was crazy.
That's how you get. That's how you said the "oh no" word.
Yeah, seeing this crowd go, like, at first it was like the people in the immediate area like turned, like started looking at him, and then everyone in the crowd just turned to this dude, and everyone's like, "Oh, he's dead."
Oh, he's dead, man.
and then
you know, streams are delayed too. It's just like, oh no, this man could be dead already.
The Call of Duty guy came to the rescue. He came up and got them all off of him. And then at that point, he was like, my dad's worried and told me to come home, so I'm stopping the stream.
Oh, that's fucking funny. It's terrible, but funny. God damn. I like this Call of Duty. That dude almost died. That dude almost dead as shit.
Honestly, I was ready to watch on stream dude get beat up, but Call of Duty guy came to the rescue.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wonder what Call of Duty guy's doing right now. He's probably protesting, honestly. But
probably. We're gonna derail again for a few more minutes. I texted you when this was happening. I sent you some pictures. Apparently, there was a rally that started somewhere down in like long ago, like apparently Midtown. Can I say Midtown? Does that dox us?
I don't think so. But right. I actually. Like, I saw a post on it. Like, they actually started around, like, the road that your work's on.
No, I thought they ended on my work. I thought they started in Midtown and then came up to my work. They
might have, but what I definitely saw that there was, like, things saying that there was going to be, like, marching on that road.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that explains why they were there.
Yeah. And I was like, okay. Because I didn't know shit was going on up until, like, 2:15, and then I saw like 4 or 5 like cop cars just roll up. I'm like, yo, what the fuck happening? And then I'm like, is that okay? That's a parade of people. What the fuck's going on over there? And I'm like, oh, I know what's going on. And like, I just kind of watched because nothing bad was happening. It seemed peaceful.
Yeah.
Apparently there was some shit. Not with this people. That was today. But like a while ago, some people like broke into a SunTrust bank that was like in where we live.
The only thing that I've heard has happened here has been allegedly the windows at the governor's mansion were broken. That's allegedly. That's coming from someone who heard it from someone whose son is a cop. Or whose son is a cop. So it's. I say that's very like stressfully allegedly. As far as I know, everything here in town has been peaceful with the exception of someone deciding to drive through them.
Yeah, that was shitty. That was really shitty.
And apparently that car had Georgia tags, so that's pretty much sticking with that's pretty much in line with the people who are starting shit aren't even the locals of the
area
of the city or the town that they're destroying or causing shit in.
I heard they got that guy though.
Oh, they got that guy immediately.
Fuck that guy.
Like in the thing, like some people were saying the cops were defending him because like they were immediately taking the crowd off of him like as soon as the car parked, but they weren't defending him. They were keeping everyone away so that they could arrest him.
Yeah, no shit. At that point, it's like, guys, give us like 2 minutes. We're gonna put him on the ground.
Yeah, because if not, they would have beat him up.
Yeah.
They would have done what they. I imagine it would have been similar to what happened to the dude in Dallas who was defending the bar.
Yeah.
Which, that was a whole thing. I'm
sad.
not going to make a stance on that. All I know is that guy was beat. Some people say that he charged at people and attacked them. Others are saying he was just trying to defend his store and got beat for it.
Yeah.
Either way.
Sad.
Yeah. Either way, very...
Very sad.
Very sad.
There was a meme that I saw of this, where it's like the virus is the world's turned to normal. The virus is we are the virus, It's Koreans being on top of their stores with fucking guns.
Rooftop Koreans.
Yeah, rooftop Koreans.
I had to actually look that up because I didn't know the actual story behind Rooftop Koreans.
Yeah, you didn't know?
It's
Yeah.
No, I was like, what is this Rooftop Koreans joke? And yeah, apparently it was something in the Rodney King riots.
Yeah. It was. There were people like, nah, fuck it. You ain't gonna fuck with her shit.
I mean, it's reasonable. People started doing it too.
Hey, fuck yeah.
There are business owners here now that are pulling the Rooftop Korean.
I will pull the fucking. Well, I can't pull the rooftop Korean.
If you owned a business.
If I owned a business, I would pull the fucking rooftop Korean in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah.
Like, nuh-uh. This is my store. I worked hard for it. This is mine. You can go break someone else's shit. Which you shouldn't break anyone else's shit anyways. Go break your own shit.
Go loot Walmart. Go get a TV.
No, don't loot Walmart. Okay, we have to talk about the one guy from Target looting fucking Legos. You seen that picture, right?
I heard of it, I think.
Oh,
I
it's
know
a
I've
great
seen a meme
picture.
about someone taking Legos.
It's just the one Target burning down, and there's the one white guy grabbing Legos. I'm like, dude.
A lot of the people who are looting are just taking advantage of the opportunity.
I know, but still, like, I don't condone
Of all
looting.
things.
I don't condone looting. I don't condone looting. Why'd you steal Legos? I know they're $80 for a set now, which is
That's
really
why.
stupid, but get the bigger set. Like, if you're gonna go big or go home,
Get the Millennium Falcon.
get the Millennium Falcon. Speaking of the Millennium Falcon, I had a Lego Millennium Falcon, and during the move, I was like, I don't know if I want to keep this or not, because I don't do shit with it. It's just there. I've built it, and I'm done. Like, I don't know what to do with it. And I was going to give it to Goodwill, and then my inner demon said, let's break it. Let's break it and shatter it. I'm like, hold on, inner demon. Why? For the lulz. It told
It'd be
me.
fun to watch.
It would be fun to watch. No lie, it was fun to watch.
Yeah, you should have filmed it.
I should have. But I threw it into essentially the old apartment's trash compactor. And when I told you that bitch shattered. Like, it hit. So, I was holding it like a pizza. Like how you would hold a pizza above your head. Like with one hand.
Okay, yeah.
And I just kind of yeet. And it flew so perfectly that when it came down flat.
That's amazing.
And when it came down flat, it shattered like the fucking Death Star. Just boom. Just an upward explosion of Legos that hit the top of the trash compactor, the sides of it, the other, like what I felt like the other side of it. I'm like, oh my god. Took the minifigures out of it and everything, so it was just the Lego portion.
Yeah.
Which I don't feel sad about. I feel like if I'm gonna make anything nowadays, I want it to be made out of wood or metal.
That's fair.
Like, I feel like I've grown up from Legos to actual construction of things and stuff.
I feel that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, but I have to ask you about your hair. I know you dyed it.
Yeah.
But apparently it was purple. For
Yeah, it was purple.
5 minutes.
Yeah. It was bad. So, you've seen my hair recently.
Yes. Yes.
It's kind of blonde now. Like, I was trying to go for white, but my hair does not line up to go to blonde or white. It goes to blonde, not white. Because I'm doing hair, you can only line up so much before you just damage your hair.
Yeah.
And my stylist is like, here's how far we can go. If you want it to be silver, come back at any time. We'll get it done for free, yada yada. I'm like, no, I want to see how this looks. And because I was blonde when I was younger. Like, you remember. I was that very blonde, and then it became dirty blonde, and now it's just brown. And I'm like, no. Get lighter. I want white now. I want silver. But, yeah. Anywho. It was blonde. And there's a shampoo that you use called purple shampoo. And purple shampoo helps silvers and blondes stay that kind of rich color. But if you use too much purple shampoo, you essentially put a lot into your head, and then you wash your head and like dry it. It becomes Crown Royal bag purple. And to my fright, because I just came out of the shower, I'm like, all right, time to wash up. One look at the mirror, saw purple, as I'm like, I have to go to work soon. My work will kill me. Publix doesn't want you to have purple hair. That's not a natural hair color. I'm like, this is a problem. Let's not freak out yet. Let me get this silver pomade in my head. Let me go rewash my hair, come back out, put silver pomade in my hair, and then it was like, okay, less purple, not as noticeable. Guess what was still fucking noticeable? Because every fucking customer said, oh, I like those like slight purple in your hair. I'm like, there's no purple. What purple are you talking about? There's no purple. There's no virus and bossing say. It's all right. No, nothing. It's good. Nothing's here. And yeah. So my hair was like purple, like very, very purple. Had to fix that shit immediately. But that was a mini heart attack.
Yeah, sounds like it.
I'm just imagine walking into your work with just purple hair.
People would make fun of me, honestly.
Yeah. You actually you work at a place
that's the environment of my work.
Yeah. Yeah. You work for like fucking government and shit.
Well,
is it state or is it government? Or both?
It's state law enforcement. Well, yeah, state law enforcement basically.
Yeah, whatever.
It's a state agency's law enforcement.
Still, they would make fun of you and they'd be like, Justin, what the fuck you doing, man? You look. I don't
even think they'd ask what I'm doing. They'd just be like, "What is this?" They'd probably throw a few names out there. I mean, there's a guy named Big Spoon, and apparently there's another dude at the police academy named Little Spoon. So.
Oh no, there's a story in there somewhere.
Yes, and I don't know the story, but I do know that the joke about the guy who is Big Spoon. He has huge hands, so his wedding ring is massive.
Oh.
Like my brother is pretty big, and my brother's wedding ring fits inside of his wedding ring. And so because of the size of it, apparently they call it a cock ring because it's so big.
I'm just trying to imagine that for a second. Like,
it's
also that is a bad
hands
cock
are
ring.
Huge.
God mercy.
It's like 1.5 inches in diameter.
Good lord.
It's Big Spoon.
Yeah, that's Big Spoon, all right. All right. What else do we talk about?
We got to move on through the agenda.
Oh, yeah.
I actually do have things to talk about in terms of entertainment and whatnot.
Oh, shit. We actually still do have that segment.
Yes.
Do we want to do housekeeping and then entertainment? Swap it around this week?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, cool. This is Average Talks, episode 20. We're getting closer. One more, and then we're legally able to drink. So that's always cool.
And buy tobacco products in Florida.
Yeah, but I thought that was everywhere now.
It might be everywhere.
Yeah.
I know it's in many states now.
Yeah, but we have an Instagram that is Average Talks Podcast. Follow us on there where we post absolutely nothing. Also, you could DM us your questions for our Dear Average segment, or send them to averagetalkspod@gmail.com, where you guys don't send us anything. We also have our Discord link down there below. We probably also need to get the RSS feed also put down below and actually upload things to it again, because God knows that backlog is only getting longer. Our glorious friend Babatosh has helped us with our opening intro as always. His Discord, his Twitch link is down below. Go say hi to him. Tell him Austin and Justin sends you. He's currently not doing stuff because his roommate cut his internet by accident with a chainsaw. Which
what?
Yeah. Okay, so friend was.
How do you accidentally cut someone's internet with a chainsaw?
Okay. We're gonna quickly derail from the one thing. Anyway, thank you for making it episode 20. Here we go into our entertainment section. So he was trimming bushes with like a chainsaw, or
like a hedge trimmer.
Yeah, probably hedge trimmer. That's probably more like it. Using a hedge trimmer to, hedge the trims or trims the hedges.
Hedges trim.
Shut up. That's the name of it. That's the name of this episode.
We're just hedging the trims.
Hedging the trims. Okay. I'm putting it there for now, and I'll get rid of it later. So, trimming the hedges, he accidentally cut the line that goes into the ground to be worked on, like to be internet, like connecting to the other stuff to have internet. And that has essentially stopped him from like streaming ever since like April.
Oh my god.
Like he has not streamed for the entirety of May. Like he has not streamed anything in May, and he is said to get back his internet in June 18th.
Oh my god.
We're going to have 2 more podcasts before that time. Like, good God. Lord have mercy. And, like, I hope he moves, because apparently he's not in a good place, and I want him to move and be happy. Because he's one of our buddies. At least one of the... I would say one of the people from high school, other than you, that I, like, keep up with. So, yeah.
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 All right, then. I guess that explains things. Hecked.
I just saw what you fucking posted.
That meme that I found.
You piece of shit.
Relevant.
That's kind of funny.
For those who definitely don't see it, it is a fake tweet from Target that says, "Okay, they arrested the police officer. You all can bring our stuff back now."
Guy with Legos.
And then it's the guy like looking like to the side and straight meme. And and he's holding Legos.
You could definitely see us if you went to our Discord and looked at our Discord memes. You can definitely do that. Go do that.
Please come to the Discord.
Yeah, please. There's only like 6 people in here. It's pretty lonely.
Not even. There's only.
No, there's only 4.
2
Goddamn.
4. Yeah, 'cause someone apparently left.
Who left?
Hillary.
Oh, why?
I don't know. She impulse leaves servers. She also the Animal Crossing server that she made, she, instead of deleting it, which she would have done, she gave it to me. And
oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. You got a fucking shit ton of people in that server, by the way.
I know, and I was not prepared to have this server, so now I'm going to try to pawn it off to someone else.
Ah, lovely. There has to be... Hold on. We're going to derail it more. There has to be someone who's pawning Discord servers, and it has to be some YouTube show, kind of like Hardcore Pawn, just Hardcore Discord server pawn.
So like, you go to this person and you're just like, "I'll give you control of this server."
Yeah, essentially. That are just like trying to give it off to people. It's like, all right, what's the bad stuff of it? Well, we have 2 NSFW channels. And one of it is just filled with videos.
Oh, I was gonna say one of it's filled with furry stuff.
Oh, that's worse. That's worse. That's the hidden channel that the people don't know about.
You need a special role for it.
You need the extra special role that's not even a host one.
It's like a speakeasy. You have to say the right thing.
Yeah.
Its password changes every day.
Yeah. The password changes every day, but it's still just an anagram for dragon dicks or something.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you got in fucking entertainment? What did you do this week other than die?
So I also, the same day that you gave me Ring Fit Adventure, I also, got Ni no Kuni, something White Witch, Wrath of the White Witch. And that game's really interesting, actually. Think the newer Final Fantasies. I would probably relate it mostly to, like, Final Fantasy 13 in terms of combat, meeting, like, old school JRPG open, or, like, world map kind of thing, cross Pokemon. And the Pokemon part is you have familiars, which are they're creatures that are like made from the earth or something, but you can connect them to your heart or something like that, and then you can control them in battle. but you don't have to. You don't have to use them in battle. You can just fight yourself.
Ah,
But they help with battle. Like it's, yeah, they assist you in battle, and then and yeah, you can catch them, but there's no like index or anything of them or anything like that. So
I'm staring at the box art, and I vividly remember the box art of this, or at least I remember the art style of this game. Which
yeah, the art style is great. It's like there are 2D animations like in the cuts or for cutscenes, and it's made by Studio Ghibli.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I'm like, this is Studio Ghibli just written all over it.
Yeah, the game the game's pretty great. Like in terms of like story and gameplay, I'm having a good time. I haven't actually played it at all today, but yeah.
Well, I guess someone's gonna fix that after we get done with this. Although someone
Yes.
should play some Minecraft Dungeons with me.
I'm busy.
I know you're busy.
I have to save my mom.
Save your mom. Go save your mom. Moms are important. But yeah, cool. So
Oh, I do have more things
yeah, go.
in this. Yes.
I got some things too, but go.
Okay, yeah. And then also, me and Valerie have been watching on Netflix Parasite the Maxim. It's an anime, and like we had heard a few things about it, and then she like saw that it was like a lot of people were watching it, that was like recommended or something. So she put it on. It's a good show.
Tell me what you have seen, because it sounds familiar from what I've read.
It's this guy. Or like all these parasites just like infect people. Like they usually like infect people's brains, and like they feed on whatever they infect. They feed on that same species. So pretty much most of them are infecting humans, and so they're eating other humans. And like they allow the ability for their bodies to just, or for like, it's, I don't remember what they call it. It's like extra muscular growth or something. So it's like they can. They're usually their faces can split into just blades, and they're just super long tentacles.
Yes. Okay.
And
yes.
Yeah, and one
this show's
guy
good.
had a parasite infect his arm or infect his hand, and so he pretty much becomes Superman.
Yeah.
Because he has that.
Yeah. How far are you? Because I finished this. I've read all of it.
We have less than 4 episodes to go, I think. No, there's 24 episodes, and I think we're on episode 19.
Ooh.
We're at the point where, without like any major spoilers, where the like police are actively trying to find the parasites.
Ooh. Shit's about to get
like,
good.
Find and kill them. Yeah.
Shit's about to get real good.
Yeah.
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 If I still had the
good
books,
show.
I would let you read them, but I gave them back to whatchamacallit? What's that one company? Books A Million. And
Honestly, I don't think I'd actually read them anyway.
yeah,
To be fair.
the books are good. Well, at least I like reading.
I
them.
imagine the books are great.
The books are
I
great
just
because they go
don't
into a
read
lot
very
more
often.
gore than I believe the anime will.
Uh,
How much gore is there?
there's I don't know, I wouldn't say gore, but there's a lot of blood and all.
Blood?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, Parasite, or at least the anime or manga version has a lot. It's got some gore in it. It's some tasteful
Like,
gore.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, like, it's not like, I mean, they'll show, like, pieces of, like, of
Brain.
tentacle thing, and, like, I don't know about pieces of brain, but, like, because there's basically no brain at that point.
Well, yeah. Okay, that's fine. No.
Yeah.
good.
But, yeah, it's, like, it's definitely not for children.
Oh, hell no.
Like, yeah, like, what they show and like what they talk about and what they say, like everything, they depict rape more than once, or at least like implied rape, I should say.
Yeah.
Like the situation where someone was or is going to be raped.
Yeah. Pretty fucked up,
Yeah.
but also just a good manga and anime.
Can you just tell me if he becomes Superman?
He does not
Like, I already
become
know that
Superman.
he basically is Superman, but like, does he become Superman?
He does not become Superman.
Okay,
I will
not
say that. But what he does with the parasite, is good.
That's what I figured.
He-
That's the knowledge that we have so far already.
He is a good person,
Yes.
and I don't know if you see it yet, but the parasite is learning. Takes time.
Yes.
It's learning though.
Yeah, they're pretty, like, from what I've seen, they're like, I want to say merging into like pretty much one equal, like, being on like the same level in terms of like thoughts and feelings, but
Mm-hmm.
saying, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, the parasite is still cold and collected on its thought processes and everything. It still has its needs.
yeah. But like it's slowly gaining more feeling and understanding of how humans feel.
Correct. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then he's losing some of that.
Yeah.
Which that was shown towards the beginning with, yeah, when he first becomes Superman
Yeah.
and he doesn't realize that. Yeah.
Just like he just loses his glasses and he's like, "Huh, this is
I
interesting."
I was like, because the anime intro, or yeah, the intro shows that, like, it shows that he doesn't have his glasses. So I was like, he's gonna go through like a Spider-Man moment or something, and then it happened, like there was one time where like he put on his glasses. It's like, oh, Spider-Man, and then. And then it didn't, and I was like, oh, damn, no Spider-Man. And then later when it did happen, I'm like, Spider-Man! I was screaming Spider-Man. Valerie can attest to that.
That's pretty
I was
funny.
like, look, it's Spider-Man!
Oh, lovely. Lovely. Oh, did I tell you? No, I finished that one book. Hold on. I gotta look at my Audible. No, I didn't finish that one book yet. Never mind. I started a book again on Audible. It's
Is it Minecraft 2, the story?
no. The Minecraft story mode is awful. It's awful.
But Minecraft 2, the story.
No. No, I'm not listening to that. No.
I don't think it exists.
No,
Don't
good.
worry.
Fuck that. Fuck whatever it is. But it's more Gotrek and Felix, but also talking about the end times when it comes to Warhammer fantasy lore. I'm like, all right, this is cool. And I used one of the names of the dwarves for a D&D character. Or at least my D&D character's adoptive dad. Snorri. Snorri the dwarf. Snorri in the book refers to himself in third person because Snorri has nails embedded into his brain. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of sad. Kind of. But then Snorri's okay. He gets a cool mace for a leg, and he kicks people. No?
That's fun.
Okay.
I was reading something.
You bitch.
Yeah.
Alright, fine.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, I mean, if I had a mace for a leg,
I would kick things. I would kick a lot of things. I would kick people. Like, hey.
I would buy a lot of watermelons.
I would buy a lot
They'd
of
be like-
watermelons, too.
They'd be like, do you like watermelons that much? Like, no.
It's just like breaking the shit. They're just like coming down with an axe kick. Like, BAM! Alright. What else? What else am I doing? Oh, I'm playing. I've played Minecraft Dungeons, and it's fun. I have to make a new character when we play. By the way, my sister is also using my account, so I have a different username.
Oh. Alright then.
Yeah. It's actually kind of funny. I was like, who the fuck? Oh. She has my Xbox. Didn't put two and two together.
Yeah.
Going, why does my account have a different name now? Like, yeah. Anywho.
Yeah.
I think that's it. When it comes to stuff.
I don't know if it counts as entertainment, but because I've been doing fitness stuff, been playing with a lot of recipes, making things, not fat and all.
Not
you know,
ramen.
Focusing on focusing on like making making protein macaroni, like that kind of thing. Like,
That sounds cool.
I want macaroni and cheese, but I want to make it like high proton.
So just,
And the one recipe that I found is kind of mediocre. I don't think I'd make it again. I made it twice. But it would definitely need a lot of changes or alterations to it. The big problem is that the probably main ingredient besides noodle is Greek yogurt, like plain Greek yogurt. So it's
Ew.
just like eating sour cream.
Ew.
And so it's like, it's not that great. But they're it was okay. And then Valerie made butter chicken meatballs. So it was basically butter chicken sauce, but with or like that kind of like butter sauce, with chicken meatballs. And then I realized that all you have to do is just use chicken thighs, and it's the same exact thing. And it turns out that it would actually be slightly lower in calorie too. So that's
cool.
the next plan if that's going to be made again, which it probably will be. It'll be butter chicken. That'll be nice. And then I've always been craving pulled pork because I live wanting to eat barbecue all the time.
Same.
And Valerie doesn't like barbecue, so I never get it.
I'm sad.
And so I was looking up some pressure cooker recipes because I didn't want to have to deal with a slow cooker. And there are many pressure cooker pressure cooker pulled pork recipes, and a lot of simple ones. Like some of them, like the one that I'm doing is just oil, sear the pork, and then dump a bunch of barbecue sauce in it, and then cook it for 2 hours, and then it's just done.
That sounds amazing.
Like, yeah, and I decided to go, like, even though it's less than ideal, like, the thing that you do when you're making pulled pork is use pork shoulder.
Yeah.
But I can make it a lot more lean using pork loin. And so I got 4 pounds of pork loin, and we're going to see what happens, because it might actually turn out amazing, or at least decent, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to be eating it for 4 days, so I'm going to have to like it.
Yeah. All right. You need to tell us about that.
I'll be able to give an update next week. It'll be 100. Yeah, it'll be 100 grams of protein for per meal.
Damn.
Sure, it's eating a pound of pork loin.
Good lord. Oh fucking hell, dude.
2 half-pound pork, or 2 half-pound pulled pork sandwiches. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna have a blast.
You're just gonna have to work it off, which you're gonna do anyways. But
I won't be working it off because it's within my calories.
Oh, well, still. Anywho, I think that's an episode. Maybe.
It's an episode.
We're like an hour and 22,
so.
Which means I'm probably gonna have to shave off some stuff, which means we're probably at like an hour 15.
Yeah,
less than that,
right.
maybe a little bit more.
That's good.
Yeah. Shit. I have to look at the thing. I want to thank everyone again for making it this far. Holy crap, it's episode 20. We've recorded 20 and hopefully uploaded 20 by the time this comes out. I'm not recorded 21 and only have 20 up, but thank you, everyone, to the Average Talks podcast. Please send us your stuff for the Dear Average segment. We need to, like, post this other places. I don't know where to post. Like, just consistently upload it somewhere. Like, other than YouTube, we actually need to do RSS feed, and, like, we need to do stuff. And we'll get on
SoundCloud and whatnot.
SoundCloud. Yeah. Anywho. So, with that out of the way, this has been Average Talks. We are 2 incredibly average individuals.